Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Avasthi. Welcome back to your own channel, Maths in Minutes. In the previous video, we discussed about the factorizations, its basics, and how to take out common or the HCF. Now, today we will learn how to factorize using identities. Now, first thing, how will you come to know that we have to use identity or we have to take out common? We will have one expression in which if we see this expression, we cannot take out the things common, right? 9x squared, 12xy plus 4y square, we do not have anything common. In such cases, we prefer identities. We have already discussed about the identities in one of the video. If you don't know the identities or you want to go through the identities, please see the I button and go through that video. Now, we have three identities. The first identity was a plus b whole square, right? Which was a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? Now, if we match this expression with this identity, we have 3x whole square over here, 2y whole square over there. Now, it is an identity. Then it should satisfy this 2ab, 2 into 3x into 2y. See, it is giving 12xy only. That means this will be a, this will be b. So, 3x plus 2y whole square. Now, since it is a factorization, write the factors separately. So, this becomes the answer, right? Have one more example. X square plus 14x plus 49. Suppose this is the equation and we see that x is a perfect square and this 49 is also a perfect square. So, if we write x over here and 7 over here, right, then the middle term should satisfy 2ab thing. So, 2 into a, what will be a? X. What will be b? 7. It is satisfying this. That means a will be this, b will be this. So, x plus 7 whole square, which means x plus 7 into x plus 7, and this becomes the answer. Now come to the second type of question. Here it is 9y square and here it is 25. Now 9y square is there, it is a perfect square of 3y, and 25 is a perfect square of 5. Right, if we see the first identity, the formula was a square plus 2ab plus b square. No negative term was coming, but here we have the middle term negative. As soon as we see the negative term, we think for the second identity, which was a minus b whole square, which says a square minus 2ab plus b square. Only the difference between first and second identity is of this middle term plus and minus. So it will be 2 into 3y into 5, right? So it will be 3y minus 5 whole square, which has to be factorized and written 3y minus 5, 3y minus 5, and this is the answer. Now let us come to the third identity. The third identity was a square minus b square, which means a minus b and a plus b. Right, now let's see this question. This question has two terms, that means most probably we have to think for this third identity. Right, 25a square, obviously this 25a square will be entirely a term, which can be written as 5a whole square. Fine, minus b square, so 64 is a perfect square of 8, so 8b whole square. Fine. Now this is of this format. Now its answer will be a minus b and a plus b. Very, very simple. So in one bracket minus will come, in the another bracket plus will come, and here is our answer. It's very simple. Let's see the another one. It also has the two terms. That means we will go for third identity. Now 4 upon 25 means 2 by 5x whole square. 9 upon 49 means 3 by 7y whole square. Again, it is matching with this third identity, which says a minus b in one bracket, a plus b in the another bracket. So a will be this term, b will be this term. 2 by 5x minus 3y by 7 in the one bracket, and 2x upon 5 plus 3y by 7 bracket, which is the answer. Now let's see this question. We have 1 minus 25 and 2x minus 3y whole square. This is also having two terms. Should think for the third identity. Now how to solve this? 1 can be written as 1 square, no problem. Then if in the second term I write 5 2x minus 3y whole square, then also there is no issue. Now this entire thing has become b. Fine, and this is a. So our answer will be a minus b and a plus b. So 1 minus 5 2x minus 3y in one bracket, and 1 plus 5 2x minus 3y in the another bracket. If you want to solve 5 inside, it's up to you, no problem. It will be 10x plus 3y in the another bracket, and 1 plus 10x minus 3y in the another bracket. This is the answer. Now come to very interesting question. In this question, see, we have an expression in which we cannot find anything common. Even we cannot group the terms, nor we are able to find which identity will be used. In such cases, we see just this is a perfect square, this is a perfect square, this is a perfect square. Now, if I take 4x square at one term minus, and if I take these three terms together, right, now when I have taken minus outside, it will be y square minus 6y plus 9. When we take common minus, our inside signs get changed, right? Now 4x square can be written as 2x square also, right, minus. In this, if we see this, so it is somewhat related to second identity, because minus is there, this is also a perfect square, this is also a perfect square. So if we see my y square minus or plus 3 square, then it should be minus 2 into y into 3. Yes, it is coming also. So we can write 2x whole square minus y minus 3 whole square. Y minus is coming here. I think it is very much clear because we have negative sign over here. Now this will become a and this entire will become b, and our formula is 2a minus b, a plus b. So minus term will come here and plus term will come over here, right? If you want, you can solve it inside. Please, when you move this minus inside, don't forget to change the sign, which is a very general mistake done by the students, right? So this is the answer. Now this is the question. 4x square plus 20xy plus 25y square minus 16z square. It is for you to solve. Please pause it, solve it. Do tell me in the comments the answer. We will discuss about factorization by splitting the middle term. So please watch the next video. It will be very helpful for you. And subscribe my channel if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.